Time for another Tom's Take here on a Friday. Hey, listen, have you ever stepped out of your comfort zone to go after something you really want, like a particular business deal or a job that you might want? There's a guy that I knew of about, 25 years ago. The guy's name was George Costanza. He used to hang out on 81st Street with three of his good friends, one Jerry Seinfeld, Elaine Bennis, and Cosmo Kramer. They'd always go to this restaurant and kind of mull over life. And at the restaurant, Jerry was consoling George because George was in a major funk. He was out of a job and he was hanging at home with his parents, very annoying parents, in Queens. And so what Jerry challenged George to do was take an opposite approach to what he normally would do on things, going after something he would want. And so George took that challenge, particularly when Elaine pointed out to this gal across the restaurant, very attractive gal. Elaine says, "George, go talk to her." So George got up the gumption, went up to her and said, "My name is George, I'm unemployed, and I live with my parents." This very attractive woman says, "Hi, I'm Victoria, how are you?" Well, they ended up going on a date soon after, and so George really embraced that new approach to trying to go after something he wanted. And so he went after this job, his dream job with the New York Yankees as assistant to the traveling secretary. So he goes into this meeting or this interview with the guy who was going to report to. And the guy asked him, "So George, why did you lose your last job?" So George Costanza stepped back or leaned back in his chair and said, "Well, they fired me because I had sex with a cleaning woman." And the guy was really impressed by it and by his candor. And so he introduced him to the owner of the New York Yankees, one George Steinbrenner. So George Costanza goes up to George Steinbrenner, takes the same approach and basically rips George Steinbrenner for taking this franchise and just imploding it for the glorification of his own massive ego was actually the quote. And George Steinbrenner said, "Hire this man." So it worked. So stepping out of your comfort zone sometimes works. So my challenge to you is kind of take the opposite approach. Try to do something that makes you rememberable to that particular individual. You don't want to be forgettable. So anyway, I want to wish everybody a happy Memorial Day weekend. Make sure it's safe, have fun, and we'll talk to you again on Tuesday on Tom's Take. Thanks for listening.